Y'all, this Conway, aka Talk Tone Con, and I'm back here with another edition of Vinyl Talk, man. And today, I had to rock my CFN came from nothing. Shout out to my man, Baltimore brand. I'm gonna tag him in too here, so you can definitely holler at him if you want one of them little dad hat trucker joints. You know what I'm saying? Um, I had to rock my Corvette, my NASCAR joint today, man, because we're ready to talk about the South, man. We're ready to talk about the South. And the reason why I wore this NASCAR because I fell in love with NASCAR in the South, man. I didn't watch that at all until I moved to South Carolina, Darlington, Timmonsville, those racetracks, man, were love. But before I tell you about the album, I'm going to tell you about the guy that I want to speak on today. His name that he was given at birth was Michael Santiago Render, born April 20th, 1965 in Atlanta, Georgia. If you don't know who that is, that's Killer Mike. Killer Mike. Now, Killer Mike grew up in, a challenging he grew up in a challenging environment, like some of us have, which gifted his influence on his music and, his activism. And Killer Mike has a very he has a strong feeling for what he believes in. He definitely believes in keeping Atlanta black. He believes in, strengthening Atlanta. He believes in, making more entrepreneurs in Atlanta. But he also wants that his plan for Atlanta to go worldwide. You know what I mean? He wants us to be strong. He wants us to, keep that big dog in us, as you hear my dog upstairs barking. But he started his career in the late 1990s, gaining attention with his distinctive voice and his powerful delivery that he still has today. Killer Mike flows, bro. But initially, he collaborated with Outkast, appearing on their album Stank on Ya, on the track Snapping and Trapping. His rise to, prominence came with he'd released his debut album Monster in 2003, which included hits like Adidas, Adidas, known for his social, conscious lyrics addressing issues such as race, inequality, and his systematic injustice. So that's why I say Killer Mike is one of those artists that the masses might not know because, they might want to dance all the time or, they want to get drunk all the time. But it's artists out here when people tell me that, hip hop is not around. Hip hop, you have artists like Killer Mike still around, rapping like Chuck D and them were, well, I wouldn't say rapping like they were, but rapping about different things that, was troubling in our neighborhoods that, they felt that we should bound together and fight against. He released several more albums, establishing himself as, a significant voice in hip hop. Now, he also, formed a duo, Run the Jewels, with LP in 2013, releasing multiple critically acclaimed albums. He gained widespread recognition and a loyal fan base from their high energy performances and politically charged lyrics. LP definitely is like I don't I wouldn't say the white Killer Mike, but he's like the white Killer Mike. They both have the same rhetoric for, political change and political charge, and the people should, you know, have a piece of the pie type of rap. Um, they released 4 albums, each contributing to their reputation as, influential artists in the modern day hip hop era. Um, a lot of people like, well, who's running Jules? You might see an album that's like this. That album cover like, a gun, a handgun, and sometimes it'd be like the jewels on it, like a robbery. You get what I'm saying? But there's a rhetoric behind that as well. Um, but let's get into the album that I want to talk about today. That Michael album. Now this comes off, right? This comes off. This has the track listings on it. Peep the Money, Sing, you open it up. What Atlanta loves, boy. On strippers, bruh. Got the stripper inside. But this is a limited edition copy, right? This is a limited edition copy. Got him as a kid on there. Then it has a Jesus piece. No, it has an angel. Oh shit, I didn't even realize this. This is dope. If you can see the piece, that's a dope piece. Anybody out there know what this piece is, let me know. But in this limited edition that I have, and I ain't gonna lie to you, thanks to my woman thanks to my woman, she knows I love music. She know I like Killer Mike as well. She made sure that I was able to obtain this album. That's another piece that comes inside here. I'm gonna have to back out some. Pause. Y'all niggas be waiting for that. Say Michael. That whip is fire, but then it has track listing here. And like I said, one thing that, they need to implement on the Apple, are the thank yous. That's is crazy. That's what's in the back seat of the whip, you know what I'm saying? But, the thank yous to the fans. GMC used to make that. Them dunks, boy. GMC used to. So this is one album cup, one sleeve for the album. Got the Pussy Palace on there. Then Killer Mike. Killer Mike with, the lovely dancers. I ain't gonna call them strippers, the lovely dancers. Then it's another album cover. It has him, his mother, his father. I think like grandfather, something else like that on there, like a album, like a house album book, and then him standing behind the whip. In it, and then this is his mother. As you know, his mother had passed. You know what I'm saying? But this is his mother. This is his mother. And, on here, he gives his thank yous, right? And, like, he thanks people like Shay. Thank you for sharing me with the world. Cannot be easy. And, baby, I just want to say extra special thanks. I appreciate you beyond words. So it's almost like a obituary, almost, almost, and this Michael album was released June 16th, 2023, marking Killer Mike's first solo album in over a decade. Now, the Michael, this album reflected a more, personal and introspective side of the artist, exploring his life experiences and, perspectives. Now, the album was released highly anticipated due to Killer Mike's reputation and the gap since his last solo album. Um, this album was powerful, but it featured a blend of Southern hip hop, soul, and gospel influences, creating a rich and layered sound produced by a diverse team, including LP, No ID, and many others, showcasing a mix of traditional and modern production techniques. Now, the production emphasizes, you know, emotional depth and lyrical clarity, enhancing the album's storytelling aspects. Now, you have tracks like Run. And on Run, it was a powerful track featuring Young Thug, blending aggressive verses with a soulful hook. Shed Tears, um, a heartfelt song discussing personal loss and resilience, featuring CeeLo Green, uh, you know, vocals. And now, before I go any further, CeeLo Green is not championed the way I feel like he should be championed, because the man is diverse and he is like one of the best artists. Like, he's so versatile, it's ridiculous, but I'm gonna have to shine light on him for myself. But then he have a song called Motherless, an introspective track where, Killer Mike reflects on his upbringing and the impact of his mother's absence. And that's one of the tracks that I actually go to a lot, that I like to listen to, being that my mother passed in 2014, and it feels like it was yesterday. But I that's one of the tracks that I can definitely hear, if I still was rapping or making music, I would have wanted to actually, you know, create myself. But Talking That Talk is a hard hitting track with sharp lyrics and a bold delivery. Then you have Scientists and Engineers featuring Andre 3000 and Future, blending a innovative production with, reflective lyrics. And then you hear Andre 3000 on there, talking that talk. I know a lot of us, you know, love Andre, but I definitely need another album outside of the Flute album. Whatever he needs to do that made him rap with Killer Mike and Future, I need someone to keep feeding him that so that he can, you know, talk that talk. Because I need a rap album from him. But even though I know I'm okay with him being happy where he is, because that's all that matters, man, when people happy where they are. But, you know, this Michael album explored themes of identity, family, struggle, um, providing a deep dive into Killer Mike's personal journey and perseverance. So it's all, it Killer Mike and his album will be known for his raw and honest lyrics, addressing both personal experiences and broader social issues, blending storytelling and sharp political commentary, reflecting his commitment to activism and change. Um, Killer Mike to me is like almost the rap Martin Luther King, the rap Malcolm X, the rap Huey P. Like he's one of those type of people to me. Um, and I'm okay with, you know, listening to the brother and following his lead on some of the things that he backs. Um, this album received a widespread critically acclaimed for its lyrical depth, production quality, and emotional. Um, it just resonated. Just it just resonated very well. When I say, like, if you watched my other video, how the Dr. Dre album was just a complete walking movie, this album of Michael is almost similar to that, and I mean that by like just complete from top to bottom. You know, you didn't have to skip because you didn't understand the song that came after one another. Um, this highlights his growth as an artist and his ability to, you know, just tackle complex, you know, subjects with his authenticity. You know what I'm saying? He's authentic as they come. I never seen Killer Mike be different from when I was living in the South and he was just popping up at like frat parties and doing concerts, you know what I'm saying, back in South Carolina. For them to now, he's always been like that type of person. I was like, oh, he's super cool. Um, and I made me a fan of his music. Now he contributed, you know what I mean, to ongoing conversations about race, um, justice, and personal responsibilities in the hip hop community and beyond. And a lot of that come from, you know, him just feeling like the hip hop community should do more. Um, and I agree. A lot of the hip hop community focuses on, you know, the glitz and glamour, but when it comes down to, you know, injustice, then we come together when we should be in preaching that on a regular basis and not when something happens to someone, a brother or sister, um, you know, and I mean brother or sister by, you know, just another black person. Um, this Michael album influences hip hop. Um, because it gave you that powerful voice in both music, activism, influencing a new generation of artists and activists who rap just like that. Uh, he helped elevate, you know, the Southern hip hop, showcasing its diversity and depth, where, you know, some people thought that hip hop in the South was just went to this what they call mumble rap. I wouldn't say all of it is mumble rap, but like just this rap where people were just singing now, sing rapping, you know, Draking, um, Ja Ruling. You get what I'm saying? Instead of getting a sing on edge. But uh with this album, it's just like his work just continues to inspire and provoke thought challenging listeners to engage in, you know, like social issues more now. Um, I know I seen Kaz and that upset at that time by who was Killer Mike, but you got to understand, like, who is he? But instead of saying who is he and talking down on him because you know you like your Drakes and all that other bullshit, like listen to this person, find out what kind of music that they like, you know, what do they stand for before we just shut them out, right? Now, like I said, he's a political and social activist, you know, known for his articulate and passionate speeches addressing issues such as, you know, police brutality and systematic racism. His activism is an, you know, an integral part of, you know, his identity, both in and out of his music. Now, he also has a cultural impact that, you know, Killer Mike's music and Activism had a significant impact on, you know, popular culture, inspiring discussions and movements because of his music. And his work with Run the Jewels, it brought a renowned focus on political charge hip hop outside of, you know, in today's, like I said, modern day hip hop, because we always had this, but, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, to the day we still have. You know, he received, for Michael, he received numerous accolades for his contributions to music and social justice. Michael was praised as, you know, his artistic and thematic boldness, often highlighted as a standout album of 2023. His ongoing influence and recognition cemented his status as a key figure in both music and, you know, things socially activist, you know, for me. That's how I feel about it. And he also won a Grammy. So with this album, but this album also won a Grammy. So definitely, if you haven't still checked out Michael album, please check it out. It's not bad. It gives you a little bit of everything, but it also gives you something to think about and not just sit there and be like, oh, that's not for me. Instead of saying it's not for me, give it a shot, give it a thought, give it a listen. Because every time we hear something is not for me, we miss something. So definitely comment below. Let me know if you like this album or not, why you don't like it, and why you do like it. Peace.